Hello. Welcome back to the Adventures of Aventus. Here, entering the deepest parts of the Edacross jungle, we have our unlikely companions that all found each other, making their way to help with the Wadi tribe of the Eto, the aboriginal people that live here, or at least on the outskirts, trying to make their living, dealing with a sickening infestation of large spiders that happen to be spreading some sort of disease known as the Pale. Our intrepid adventurers are trying to find any trail or track to lead them to what they believe is the grandmother spider, the source of the eggs that are getting seeded throughout the hunting grounds of the Wari tribe, most likely by their mysterious enemies known as the Unforgiving. Immediately before we retired last time, everyone fought for the first time giant spiders, and injuries were had. They're also coming across a very heavily injured Wari tribe hunter named, what was his name? I had it in my mind just before I started talking. That's usually how it goes, isn't it? Ketu. And Ketu informed you that, well, over several minutes and in very pained words, that him and his hunting tribe were following the Unforgiving after catching them seeding the spider eggs throughout the hunting grounds. They chased them deep into the jungle, further than they knew that they should have, and met with calamity. Now he seems to have undercome the disease of the Pale and has gone quiet. And the night has gotten dark, and everyone has begun to bed down for the night, eat your various rations, and try to get into any kind of mood to go to sleep. Here in the Edacross at night, it does begin to cool, and the birds seem to quieten, where throughout the entire day it was like an endless cacophony of chirping and screeching and whistle songs from far off, never from anything that you could see. They seem to stay out of sight up in the canopy, but now all is deathly silent. Anyone have anything they wish to do tonight?
I think that, maybe Rune, I might just kind of be looking over the little sample that he cut off the dude's arm and just kind of, I don't know, I guess just mulling over what the guy said and trying to like think about, like how he told us that the Forgiving were placing the eggs down there, which means I'm thinking that maybe that means that they're either controlling or working with the grandmother spider, So just kind of mulling information, I guess, and looking at the Pale sample.
Okay. Can you give me a medicine check?
Yes. Ooh, I got a nat 20, so for a 23.
Wow, that's actually incredible. The absolute most information you can glean in this short amount of time from that sample that you collected from the arm of Ketu is that salty crystalline material around the bites seems to melt away over the several hours that you've been observing it. And obviously the flesh is dying and dies very quickly after having been removed from its source of blood. So it's difficult to determine anything from it. But you do determine that there might be some sort of infestation of the bite. Because you find
Okay.
things moving inside the flesh.
Ew. Okay. Do they look like bugs, like little wormy things, or it's too hard to tell? Like they're too little.
The amount of movement that you can pick up is so minor and minuscule that you think that you might be imagining it at first. But you've done a lot of research on decaying flesh, and none of it quite moves like how you've seen this little piece move.
Interesting.
Anyone else have anything you would like to talk to any of the other people about, or try to come up with a plan for the next day?
I think Sal is fucked up enough that he's just already planning to sleep as soon as he gets the chance. Lay it down somewhere and just waiting for sleep to take him.
Yeah, it is true that both Sal and Root were heavily injured in the fight that was had earlier in the day.
Heavily.
Yeah. Root nursing injuries both in the front of his neck and the back of his head from spiders that just sailed from nowhere, and one of them critically striking him. Honestly, it's probably a lot to take in, being deeper in the jungle than you ever had been before. But you've been almost this deep before. I saw we lost you there for a second.
Yeah. Yeah. I
You're
don't know what
back.
happened.
It's okay.
Yes. I am back.
The journey through the Etacross jungle has been a lot more similar to journeying through the desert than you had expected, and in some ways even more unpleasant. It's an extremely hot environment with the added sensations of buzzing insects constantly buffeting your face and your arms, and any exposed bits that you have trying to nip at you to take blood or sweat or whatever it is that the creatures might have been after. It's a grueling hellscape to be walking through. And you cannot help but question yourselves now, with two people that nearly died just hours earlier. Why are you here? Is it really worth the golden staff that the Warri are going to offer to you as payment for? Is there any chance of getting out of here alive? It takes you a little longer to fall asleep than it normally would. Even with the cooling air and the quietness breeds its own strange nightmares. So you believe things might be watching you from every shadow. Can I get a Constitution saving throw from everybody?
Ooh, that is not good. I got a 2.
Suffering.
It's terrible.
That's an 8 for me.
Matt, we all getting fucked.
For real.
A 2, a 4, a 9.
Oh my. We're gonna go from top to bottom. But I'm gonna give you just 1 second. I'll be right back. I gotta do something. Okay, I'll come back. So EOS, what'd you get?
Pain and suffering.
More, what'd you get?
E-
Looks pretty good.
21. Yeah.
21. You're fine. Root.
9.
9. Okay. Runai.
2.
2. That is real bad. And
It's really bad.
Sal.
8.
8. Okay.
Everybody has backup characters made already.
Everybody but more. Sleep is almost impossible to find throughout the night. It is fitful. Every time you seem to find some sleep, something buzzes or something bites you and wakes you up. You all have 1 exhaustion level starting the next day. Except for more, who seems to have wrapped herself up in her cloak very tightly and just gone to sleep like a rock.
She is a snake person, so
Just vibing.
she's just vibing.
He's like, this is fine.
This is nothing. Y'all are wimps.
Runa is like, oh, I would much rather have caves and tunnels than this.
Her hawk shoeing kept everybody else awake.
Yeah.
I think if I can, Will, I'll say, you don't mind, I'll start mine.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
As he, if he does find what little bit of sleep and manages to drift away for probably a few moments, he does dream, and when he does, he finds himself back in his tavern. Familiar smells, sounds he's cultivated for years. Shattered Post wasn't a back alley bar filled with crawls and shady thieves in back corners, while it also wasn't some posh, rich club lined with gold trim and music that put any good mood to sleep. He had lower end ale for the folks that just needed a getaway, and he also had a few bottles of the good stuff in the back in case a celebration was needed. Sal would pass between tables, a full smile on display, bidding his customers speak their mind, enjoy their time, bringing more than company to the next time. The way he spoke here was a far shot from the Sal that everybody around him knows now. While still boisterous and having a lot to say, it was more cheerful, inviting. That of a long-time host of many parties. He could speak easily, regulars, and had a way of getting new customers to open up. He knew the few quiet ones that came in that just needed to retreat things and just needed to know that there were other people that were still happy in this. He would work behind the bar at one point, passing another tabaxi woman behind the bar with him. Namiya, black furred tabaxi like him, facial features longer and sharper, maybe just slightly taller than Sal, barely. But at this moment, she was bent over, pulling fresh cups from under the bar, getting ready to serve other customers passing through and whatnot. She would feel a hand on her backside and a brief bump against her as well. As swinging back quickly, thinking the worst, she would see that cheeky smile from Sal, teasing of things that might come later that night. Two would share a flirty but warning business etiquette before mentioning Demi. And that would change the subject back to other better things. Mentions of his son, maybe taking over one day, or being allowed to follow with whatever he wanted to. After a time, another tabaxi would enter. Tabaxi woman, shorter, yellow fur, almost blonde, more full and shorter T-line face, softer, and she was fairly shorter than Sal. She carried a young tabaxi girl on her hip. Same blonde fur with hints of black stripes that will probably develop or fade over time. Her one connection to her father's colorations that she had inherited. Everything else was much like Tilia, with the exception of her bright, wide green eyes that followed every movement made around her. Sal would pull Nemia back to him, kiss her for a moment before letting her go, ask her to check on Demi after her last table. Once releasing her, he would hop over the tavern, make a grand show of his little bright eyes, Thea, calling her names like princess of the tavern and the grandest of people's joy. Taking her from Talea, leaning back to kiss her as well, making sure to show no favoritism between the two women. Conversation between the two would speak of Fea's misadventures and attention places, as well as other discussion of matters. Would continue until another patron entered, stopping at the doorway and eyeing Sal. The question, are you accepting shipments at the moment? That was more than a simple delivery of supplies. The code word that drained the jovial smile off Sal's face. Would shift Fea back to her mother with a big smile before handing Talela a few coins. Tilly, go visit your mother in Hedrick for a while. She says you have put it off for too long, and she misses Fea. Bring Nemea and Demi along with. So will you for company? The suggestion was out of the blue. She would only shrug and do so, leaving Sal to address the man and inform him. Shipments can go in the back room. Despite knowing all supplies came in the back door, through the kitchen. He would lead the man to the back door as he carried a crate in. Sal takes the door handle. He would wake up, cold sweats, working to catch his breath at the memories he never wanted to relive again.
And some of that might have something to do with why you are having a rough night's sleep.
More than likely. And I think at that moment of waking up, probably not throughout the whole night, he would wake up and see if anybody is also up before having to just leave. He needs to get away and not have this on his mind. And he would leave the general area of the camp.
Leaving your camp might be a little bit dangerous.
He, in the mindset, does not care and is welcoming it.
Can I get everyone but Moore, who is sleeping soundly's passive perceptions real quick? So Rune and Eos.
11.
11.
I think I've got
Wait,
Eos's character. Your passive perception is 15. Wow, okay. Are you trying to be stealthy about this, Sal?
I'm sure in the moment of him briefly waking up in a start and the panic that he has, he's not been quiet about it. And probably is just got up and left in an oddly quiet way, one that is not normal for him.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
That is a 20.
Ooh. Nobody hears Sal get up and leave camp. Even though some of you are fitfully turning in your makeshift beds in the canopy here, probably 10 feet off the ground. He just climbs down a tree very subtly and makes his way away. Stretches feline legs.
He'll probably find just any tree will do. About 100 yards out of it and just go to town on it. Punches, palm strikes, claws, kicks, just letting out everything he has left. And that will be what he'll do for about 5-10 minutes before slowly retreating back to the camp. Our hands calloused and legs sore. And that's probably the part of the reason why he'll also have the exhaustion.
Sal, during your punching of the tree, a very small, like pinky fingernail sized spider comes down from the limbs, lands on your neck, and gives you a sharp bite.
Oh, shit.
Not thinking about it, he just smacks it quickly and goes about his normal routine, or what has been his routine for the hits, and ignores it.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Uh, 14.
Okay. Gotcha. Is anyone else having fitful dreams?
Well,
Say
I
it's more
didn't.
just pain keeping me awake at this point.
Yeah, I didn't have time to write my thing yet, but I'd say Bruna is probably just kind of, I don't know, maybe having bad dreams. Because, like, when he sleeps, he closes his good eye and keeps his altered eye open and is just, he's kind of got some hauntings and stuff of his own, and maybe just is unable to fall into a sleep state. He's got a lot on his mind with what he's also learned of the Pale, and is trying to piece
Yeah.
it together in his mind, and just figure out what it is. He's confused, he's perplexed, he's intrigued, and is just kind of having a difficult time.
I see. So the pain's keeping Root up.
Yeah,
I
he went down
imagine-
twice.
I imagine it would.
Having a good time.
Well, I'll say this. Everyone, you're still going to benefit from a long rest, so your HP will go up. But you are going to experience that exhaustion for the next day and whatever encounters might lie in there.
Then level 1's a disadvantage on ability checks, right?
No, we're doing kind of alternative rules for exhaustion, so it's just a -1 to everything.
Okay.
That's
Easy
pretty
enough.
much it. Right. So if roll would normally be something, you just minus it by 1. Also the same thing for like saves against things that you do. That's lowered by 1. So on and so forth.
Gotcha.
So we want to go to the next morning.
I'm okay with it.
All right.
Yeah, sorry, I was helping Danny with else.
Oh, you're fine.
How do I work D&D Beyond? I do not know.
Early the next morning, all of you kind of come to the realization that trying to get any more sleep is useless and might be against your ultimate goals to just lay there and try to sleep for the rest of the day. Everyone sort of reluctantly starts getting out of their spots, figuring out what tidbits there are to eat for a quick snack to fuel your body and mind for the rest of whatever today might bring. And the jungle starts to warm as the sun has penetrating light appearing far in the horizon in the east.
I think at the start of the day, Sal is quieter than normal. He has not made any comments, just offhandedly, or just casual talk. Just kind of there for the moment.
I'm going to say, Eos, you notice that there are fresh abrasions, even post the fight with the spiders on his fists.
Yes, for sure. She's probably gonna look at him and be like, rough night?
Yeah. Not the best.
You look like you fought with a porcupine and lost.
Yeah, he's a tricky little bitch.
I can tell.
Yeah, Eos, you yourself are pulling various leaves and twigs and ants that have made their way into the feathers on your wings.
Casually just shaking it, and flicking them off as she finds them.
So there's a long journey ahead. Who's going to be leading the next day? I think we have Root and Runai have been the ones kind of leading the way thus far.
I'll still stay up front.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll just do the same thing I did yesterday.
I'd like a survival check from the two of you then.
All right. Nat 20 or a 21.
Did you say you had survival proficient or no?
I also
Who?
just hit a nat 20.
Oh, nice. You, Runai.
Huh?
Yeah,
What?
20, nice.
In survival? No.
Okay, so you just
I've
have a
got-
1
I've
in it.
got-
I see.
Yeah. Yeah, my proficiencies are Arcana, Medicine, Nature, and Religion.
Okay. So that's still really good. The two of you are definitely making as easy of work of the jungle as you can. You guys are avoiding animals' lairs. You're avoiding high traffic areas where there are predators roaming about. You are moving rather quickly through the jungle. So even with that -1 on your roll route, that's still a 22. Is very, very good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Mine's still a 20.
Yeah. The jungle floor suddenly drops away, and you find yourself standing at the edge of a vast natural amphitheater. Massive trees, some easily 200 feet tall, rise from the misty depths below, their canopies spreading wide above you. Between them, there's an intricate network of rope bridges and thick vines, creating a layered maze of pathways at different heights. Moss and flowering vines cascade down in curtains of green and crimson. It would be breathtaking if not for the thick spider webs that stretch between the bridges like gossamer nets, and the rhythmic clicking sounds echoing from somewhere in the canopy above and below in the mist. So before you, I do not have a visual representation of this. I want you to use your mind's eye here. Rope bridges stretch between these massive jungle trees beneath canopy. You're needing to find your way across them or make your way down into the valley to traverse the mist below. What do you all decide to do?
Well, with the bridges
Are
here, there's certainly been people here.
are there webs on the bridges themselves to where like they look like they haven't been in use for a while, or
I was just about to ask that.
Oh, it definitely seems like many of the webs that you can make out from the edge of the cliff here have been there for a while. There's leaves in them, but some of them look fresher. They're untouched, unmarred, and undamaged. But it is difficult to tell as these things are somewhat ethereal in presence and difficult to spot, except in the thickest of instances on the sides of the bridges. And it's not everywhere, it's only in some spaces that they hang there, but there is definitely something lurking around here. You can hear spiders.
Does there seem to be any signs of life outside of the spiders?
Mm. Roll a perception check.
So that's +5, so
That's really good.
yeah.
Well, you don't see any creatures beyond the normal. You see some birds of paradise flying by, massive, colorful wings. They seem to be staying high up above as far as they can, but nothing strikes you as readily apparent, at least from the current vantage that you have. But you do study the nearest bridge, and something catches your eye. The rope and vine construction is ancient, but along the handrails, someone has carved small geometric patterns into the wooden pieces. Handholds that have been deliberately cleared of moss and vines. These bridges are not abandoned. Someone maintains them. Someone with small, precise hands who know exactly where a traveler would need to grip.
I don't think we're quite alone here.
No, of course not.
well, the birds that were flying overhead, do they look like what Rune I had seen in the little visual that the desert mouse had showed him of the bird like eating the ant person?
No, that seems to be a different thing entirely. Much, much larger. You've just seen regular birds around here.
Okay.
I mean, they're beautiful, exotic birds, but not imposing,
Okay.
threats.
Are there multiple bridges to start with, or is there one starting bridge that branches off?
I would say that there is several bridges that go to different areas. One of them's down. Looks like it has fallen in for some reason. But it's not a choice between different bridges, as they all lead into like the same network that passes across this valley.
Sure.
It's more of, do you guys want to take the bridges, or do you want to traverse across the ground below, or do you want to, like, I don't know, try to climb through the canopy or something? That'd be very difficult, but it's a possibility.
How far above the ground are we with the bridges?
It's going to be at various heights as you proceed to traverse, but it can be anywhere from 30 feet off the ground to 130 feet.
The symbols on the bridge, would I know what they mean if I do like a history check?
Go ahead and roll a history check. Wow, you guys are doing pretty good with these rolls. A 20 is enough to get you the fact that you know these are ancient hand-dried sigils, but freshly carved. You've seen these things in ancient scrolls that were taken from the supposedly fallen civilization. Things that are in libraries of ancient texts. And this is someone who not only knows the ancient language, but is capable of carving it and writing it.
About how far apart are these? Like, how big are the bridges?
They're barely wide enough for one person to travel across at a time.
I mean, like, how far across to the next area are they?
This is gonna kind of come down to some checks of things happening or not happening. It's hundreds of feet across the valley.
Okay, is it just one bridge, or is it multiple across different areas?
Multiple bridges in like an intricate network. It's kind of hard to tell where one goes to the next one. It's like it's made confusing on purpose.
But would I know at all what these runes might be referring to with the length of time I've been there with the Edo people?
If you were brought to the attention of the runes, which you might notice more checking them out, you would definitely see that it is some sort of ancient version of Dwarvish. It's something that is similar to what the Edo write, but it is a little too different for you to actually read.
Gotcha.
Well, everybody seems a little hesitant. I guess I'll offer if nobody wants to. I'll go across these bridges first.
All right.
I'll go first. If it holds my weight, it should be able to
I'll
hold
look
everybody
up
else.
at the big furball man with the, I'm guessing, breastplate on.
Yeah. Well, chain.
Chain. No offense, big boy, but I think I'm a little more limber than you.
His point is, if he can make it across, then everybody can make it across.
Otherwise, it might be stuck off.
It's possible for you guys to go multiple different ways. You don't all have to choose the same path. But there's a contention here between Root and Sal. Obviously, you guys can go together if you like. How about you both give me an athletics check?
Oh, you would go with athletics, wouldn't you?
A 10.
Okay, okay.
Okay, mine's not bad. Oh, sorry, that's 16.
Oh man, if you were not exhausted,
Oh yeah, 15.
15. If you were not exhausted, Root, you would have made that check.
Surely.
Um, give me 1 second. You guys do take two different separate bridges into the maze of bridges here, and you can see that Sal is quickly running along them, but with very precise steps at the same time, trying to make sure that he maximizes the effectiveness of the weight holding capabilities of these strange bridges. And you make it very quickly through, but Sal, you do look over and notice as the ropes holding the bridge for Root suddenly give way with a sharp crack. And Root, for a heart-stopping moment, you're falling, and you slam into a lower bridge 15 feet below you. The impact knocks the wind from your lungs, and you can feel the entire structure swaying dangerously.
Does it look like there are any bridges nearby that can get to that one?
You take 1 bludgeoning damage, Root. Could have been worse. That was the lowest amount you could possibly take.
Eos looks up and she's like, "Are you alive?"
I'm fine.
Okay.
Poor Root. Poor Root has just been having a bad couple days.
Oh, for real.
This is why I don't go beyond the gate anymore.
Are there any bridges that look like they might head that, or any way to link towards that bridge?
Yes. If you want to go meet up with him, you can do that. I won't make you make another check.
I would not suggest you get on the same bridge. How
Alright.
far in the middle of this bridge did I fall from each side?
I why do you ask?
So I could scramble to one side or the other.
Oh yeah. Well, the bridge
Both-
that you're on seems to be secure enough. You landed with a heavy impact on it, and it just swayed.
Well, then I will just make my way further into the center from the
Okay.
direction of this.
Okay. So at this point, they're about 100 feet out from you guys, who are on the edge of the cliff. They're like to their first surrounding platform that surrounds one of the trunks of the trees.
I'll kind of look over to Root and be like, "Oh, yeah, I don't think anybody else needs to do this. No?
Well, we don't want to be separated.
You guys could try
And
to
we're
run
already
back.
this far out.
From where we are, does it look like there's any better options now that we're kind of out here further?"
For yourselves, you can make it across. If you abandoned the party and just went ahead and went by yourself, unless you want to wait for them.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think Bruna is gonna go ahead and just start heading on the same bridge that Sal took.
Okay.
So just padding on all fours, just kind of low.
Okay.
Just
Give me an
heading that way.
athletics check.
Okay. I get advantage on that because I have scurry? Because it helps to get like it's for fitting through tight spaces, balance on thin beams, and squeezing through narrow passages does
Yeah, I'll
not
give you
affect your movement.
advantage on it.
Okay.
Hey, Will, would that be able to be athletics or acrobatics?
Probably.
Hold on. I gotta do this twice, my bad.
I just hate making
21.
every challenge, either this or that, so everybody always gets their highest skill.
Okay, so I would get a 10 for the advantage.
Okay. That's a fail. Somehow running across there, maybe the bridge was weakened before and it cracks and falls as well. I'm going to roll a dice here.
Where is
boy,
it
okay.
breaking at? Is it breaking near my end?
We could say yes.
Yeah, because I took
I be able-
I took Sal's one.
Can I grab the edge of the rope before it breaks, if possible?
Yeah, make another athletics check.
That
grab
is
and
a
hold it.
10.
That is a 10. Okay, that is still a fail. You go to grab it, and the weight is surprising to you, and it just slips out of your hand.
Oh, look out below.
Okay, yeah, you're good. You do slam onto another bridge about 20 feet below you.
Mm-hmm.
That's leading in a totally opposite direction from where they went. But you take 7 damage from that.
Oh my god, I have 1 HP left.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's a really bad. That exhaustion's really fucking you guys over right now.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah. So Moore and Eos, you see this happening in front of you. The bridges are looking less and less like a great option.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay here on the ground where it's semi-safe, and y'all have fun up there monkeying around.
So you're going to try to descend into the valley and walk along on foot? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not braving the questionable bridges up above.
Yeah, I'll go with Eos.
All right, you guys are not going to travel the bridges. You're going to make your way down. This does make this journey take quite a bit longer because it'll take you guys about 20 minutes to find the pathway down that leads to the misty valley below.
You know, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Yeah, you guys are like, okay, peace out. You guys, good luck with that. All right.
I'll look back to the two that have halfway made it across, I guess, and be like, oh, think we can get back across to them and just go the easy route?
I still need athletics checks from Eos and Moore.
Gonna be at 18.
Ooh.
19.
Ooh. Okay, shit. It takes you guys a lot longer, but you find your way through the mist safely.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
That wasn't so bad.
Runai, Root, and Sal, you guys meet up after a little while and get across the bridges to the other side. You guys kind of are curious as to why the bridges were falling apart.
Not too
Yes.
curious. I'm assuming the spiders have something to do with everyone abandoning everything.
Well, I'm a
Right.
little curious because, you'd said they look like somebody has been taking care of them, but obviously not good enough.
There are also
Unless
runes
they're.
carved into the sides of the bridges.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Um,
Right about that.
either way, um, let's see here. No, you guys passed it since 3 of you decided to take the bridge. You took some minor damage from falling, but other than that, it's safe enough to cross with the bridges. And Eos and Moore were so fast and athletically able, you just travel through the mist without encountering any spiders. That
Yo, let's go.
encounter's over.
Oh, speaking of spiders, is Sal having any sort of effects from the bite he had that night that he would be noticing at all? Or did he get lucky and not have a yucky one?
Sal hasn't noticed.
Okay.
Yeah, he's still probably just kind of moving forward at a pace.
Right. It doesn't seem to be affecting you in any sort of mechanical
Whatever
way.
distracts him from his thoughts at the moment.
Right,
Mm.
right. So after a little bit more travel, after you guys find each other again on the opposite side of this valley, the jungle here shows clear signs of some recent violence. There's broken spider eggs that litter the ground, their translucent shells crushed and leaking a viscous amber fluid. Webbing has been torn apart and trampled, and a wide trail of disturbed undergrowth leads away to the west. This is it. An obvious path straight to the grandmother spider's lair.
Oh boy.
Anybody got an idea if this is where we're wanting to deal with yet, or do we want to just back out now?
I think we're exactly where we need to be.
Yeah, but I think some of y'all need to rest. Runai.
I know. I don't know what to do. I don't have any
Do you have an
Yeah.
herbalism kit?
potion.
Little
I
friend,
do
you
have
look
an
like you took a spell of fallback.
We can make potions and stuff with herbs that we find in the jungle if we want to try that.
Yeah, well, I had asked him if I could do potion before, and he said I didn't have the
Well, to make
stuff.
healing potions, it also costs a bunch of gold. It's like 25 gold for a healing potion worth of
Mhm.
supplies and stuff that you would get in
Yeah,
that's normally something you're going to do in a populated civilized area because you need multiple different regions and things. So it's not
Mhm.
something you can just do on your own out in the middle of the jungle without proper resources.
Yeah, it says I can just administer first aid and stabilize.
Yeah, that's
You
pretty
know,
much the
which I
extent of it
do.
until you
Yeah.
can spend some time and some gold on it otherwise in
Yeah.
town. Which is why I haven't really been pushing for that much.
Yeah, no,
Gotcha.
yeah.
So can I get everybody to roll a survival check? We're gonna just to make this a group one.
Okay. So that'd just be an 18 with the exhaustion.
Okay. More, what's your survival? I think you got a minor bonus in it.
That'll be a 14.
You're muted, More.
Hurry, that's a 9.
That's a 9. Okay.
And mine will be an 8.
Bringing the party down, man.
Eos?
I got
That's
a
great.
23. It was a 16 plus 7.
So it's a 22.
23.
Well, you got exhaustion.
-1 for exhaust.
Oh, yeah, that. Never mind. Sorry, you're right. Oops.
Okay. And then root was 15 minus 1.
Yeah. Plus
14.
7. Jesus Christ.
How do you have plus 7? He goes, oh, you got 5 in wisdom and you're proficient. Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get 20 in wisdom? Level 1.
She rolled an 18 and then got her race plus 2 in wisdom.
Okay, that's crazy. All right.
That's great.
That is an average of 14.2. Oh my god. That is exactly what you guys needed. I think if one of you was 1 point lower, you wouldn't have made this.
Oh shit.
Something about this trail bothers you. It's too obvious, too convenient. And in your experience, giant spiders don't leave trails this clear. They're ambush predators. And there, just off the main path, you collectively spot it. A single branch broken at an unnatural angle, pointing away from the main trail. Someone wants you to follow this western path. The question is why? You guys want to follow the obvious path, or do you want to try to follow the less obvious one?
I think follow the obvious path. Somebody clearly wants us to follow, so why shouldn't we? They're trying to show us something.
I think that's a terrible mistake.
Could be
Can I
a
do
trap.
investigation to figure anything out?
Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
$13.
13. Okay. You kind of think about this analytically for a moment. You remember that Ketu said that him and his hunting tribe went further into the jungle and had some sort of confrontation. It's possible that the violence that was displayed here, the crushed eggs and torn up webbing, could have been from them. And the pathway that leads away from it, possibly a trap that's been laid, possibly by the Unforgiving.
I think we should take a side adjacent path.
Just clarify, because I'm making sure I'm not hearing it wrong. There's the straight. Are we taking there's an obvious straight path we don't think is a trap?
There's a westerly path that is what you do think is a trap, and then there is a broken branch, small, like very low amount of track that leads away from the westerly path.
Okay, so the hidden path is the one with the broken branch.
Yes, right.
I mean, if I knew people were coming through, I would want to, find them first and possibly make a better entrance to the side. So let's go see what other people don't want us to see.
I'm down. Let's go.
So you're going to make your
I don't
way
wanna walk-
towards whatever that path leads to, but just keep your eyes open.
I picked the broken branch up. Are we taking the branch away, or are we going obviously head first into death?
Well, when you put it like that, it doesn't sound as good. But yeah, let's just go
All right.
for it.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you guys advantage on the perception check since you guys are wary of the path, and I'm gonna get a group perception check. And we'll just start from the top to bottom. Eos, Moore, Runai, Sal. And don't forget your -1s if you got exhaustion.
Hey, that would just be a straight 6 for me because
Wait your
I'd have
turn.
the +1. But... Oh, sorry.
I just don't want to add anybody twice because I'm going through. We'll start with Eos.
That'd be a 14 with the -1.
Okay. And more?
Said that was an
22.
advantage, right?
22. Beautiful.
Oh, was it with
yeah.
advantage?
Yeah, it's with advantage.
Do that again.
Hey,
then.
hey, Will.
Yeah.
Since I'm hurt, I'm gonna go ahead and cast False Life on myself.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you got
22.
extra HP. Got it.
Yeah. So let me.
So
put
that's
that
two
in.
22s. Root,
So I got an 8.
14.
14. Well, I think you guys got it. Runai.
Wait, what was mine? A 6. It was a straight 6
Did
because
you-
I had a +1 and then
Did
minused
you
it.
roll that with advantage? You didn't.
Oh no, I did not.
Oh, it's with everybody.
Yeah, that's with everybody.
No, man, it's still 14 for me.
Okay.
Okay, so a straight 9 for me.
Straight 9.
Yeah, because I had that +1 and
And
minus.
Sal.
Okay, rolling. That's a natural 20.
Whoop. Okay.
And so plus 6, so 25.
Holy crap. All right, I think you guys got it with a natural, like a median roll of 18.4. Which is good because even though you tried to be careful and stay off the path, there is an obvious trap laid up ahead that would have taken you all if you'd have just kept stepping forward.
What's the trap look like?
It is logs, massive heavy logs that are hung up into the branches on long pendulum swinging vines that would have come down like rams.
Oh, look at that. So creative. Like nobody has ever thought of that.
And the end of the logs are sharpened.
They're so spiky and, stuff. Yeah.
You guys, you feel elated to have spotted the trap and avoided it. But there's a small part in the back of your mind of what would have happened if that hit me.
This is fine. Everything's fine. We're
been-
great.
I'd have been
I almost
gone.
feel a little guilty. Maybe we should just go set it off for them. Yeah, they went through all the hard.
Okay.
Well,
Since
no,
you've
I
noticed it,
think
you can set it off with avoiding them.
maybe we should just not in case something happens. Let's just leave it alone.
You make
No,
a good
never
art.
said it either.
It's a trap you could lead something else into if you had to.
Let's just leave it alone. Let's leave it alone.
Well, if we set off the trap, maybe they will come to us and we can see who we are dealing with.
Yeah, but you're at like 1 HP.
I have False Life, so I rolled I got a 4 and then a +4, so that gave me 8, and I had 1 HP, so I'm back to 9 HP right now.
The false life is
I am
temporary HP, right? But yeah, you're technically
Yes.
in 9.
Close
Okay.
enough. It'll get her there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm feeling a little bit pepped now. I feel a little better than I just previously did.
Okay.
Got a second win now.
Yeah, your patient observation reveals that there is a northeast path that was the very barely visible one with the crushed branch that probably leads to your quarry. The vegetation is bent rather than broken in a lot of cases, but there is an obvious path this way. Physical people moved through here.
Should probably just
What?
follow that then if that was their path.
Also,
No.
I'll make it clear now to everybody. I told you this in private, but Runai, you believe that the absence of their scent or footsteps is magical in nature,
Mhm.
because it couldn't possibly be otherwise with the very fine sense that you have as a Skaven to
Yeah.
smell them. So in a sort of way, it's
Yes.
like you're tracking down a ghost.
Yeah. Ghost hunting.
Well, Forward ho, eh?
Let's do it. Yee.
With the massive amount of walking that you guys have been doing this day, it is not long. It feels like before the sun starts to set. Can I get either Root to roll with advantage on survival or Root and someone else to roll?
On survival, Eos has that +7.
Root, I can hardly hear you if you're talking, man.
Oh, that was a nat 20.
Oof.
First roll.
Heck yeah. So just as good as last time. You find a place that's perfect for you all to camp. One of you guys that had been damaged walked into that trap, it would have been lights out. Probably would have been lights out anyway, even if you weren't previously damaged. But definitely if you were already previously damaged.
Oh, yep.
Because, you know, if you hit negative what your maximum HP is, you instantly die. There are no saves. So, for instance, if your maximum HP is 9 and you hit -9, well, guess what? You're dead. Could have easily
I'm glad we
happened.
avoided that. I'm glad we avoided that then, Will.
Yep, I am too. You guys did great. Again,
Okay.
you're even further from civilization here, deeper in the Edacross jungle, having dealt with some beautiful vistas and extremely nerve-wracking situations earlier in the day. You feel like lucky to be alive. And maybe you guys can get a good night's sleep.
That would be nice.
Anybody have anything they want to accomplish or do before bedding down for the night?
I'm gonna sleep so good.
I think.
Yeah,
I think
that's what
we
you
should
think.
Just sleep.
Don't jinx it, cat boy. Eepy.
I don't think I have anything specific I want to do.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing special on Sal's part.
More. You want to reveal anything that you learned about the bridges earlier in the day? The
No.
Tandryden text that's been freshly... Okay.
Uh-uh.
Okay, hold
No.
on. I got the situation for this. It's not the...
No. 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 No.
Right.
All right.
He's gonna have so much fun with that.
My God.
I love it.
Okay. Well, with that being said, I need everyone to give me a Constitution saving throw. I'm going to say with advantage. So go ahead and do 2d20. Pick the highest one.
Winnie.
11. Oh, -1.
19.
Anybody get under a 10?
No.
Natural 20 on my end.
Looks like we're all good.
Ooh, wonderful. So the natural 20, did anybody get above a 15?
Yes.
Actually, let's just start from the top to bottom. Your highest save from this one with advantage. Eos, what'd you get?
For the roll we just did,
Yes.
it's just a 16.
16. Okay. You get a good night's sleep and you lose a level of exhaustion.
Nah,
More.
free.
More, what did you get for your Constitution save? 20. Okay,
20.
yeah. You get another good night's sleep. Root, what'd you get?
19.
You lose a level of exhaustion, get a good night's sleep. Runai, what'd you get?
10.
10. You get a good night's sleep, but you do not lose a level of exhaustion. You still have one.
Okay. Okay.
Sarastari, what did you get?
That was
20?
a natural 20 with for a 20.
You lose a level of exhaustion, and you get a good night's sleep. Beautiful. So the only one with any exhaustion left is Runai. What is it that is difficult for Runai to get the best amount of sleep this night?
I mean, probably, he's got some artificial, health to him right now. That's not true health, He's probably just sore and tired and,
No,
from his fall he took earlier.
that sickly green glow on your eye and your staff sort of permeates your fur and your body, and your whole body is sort of like glow in the dark from your false life. And when that fades away as you start to go to sleep, you feel that horrible pain from the fall that you had on the bridges earlier in the day, and it's just very achy. But you still are so tired. Get a good night's sleep, and do not get another additional level of exhaustion.
Okay. Good deal. I'll take it.
So the next day.
Yeah.
After a few more hours of travel, after your morning rituals and breakfasts, morning rituals might include preparing the spells that you're going to be using for the day, or your components, or the way that you might commune with nature, or what research that you have, what research points you want to keep at the forefront of your mind. The jungle transforms before your eyes over a few miles of travel. The solid ground becomes spongy and gives way entirely to a network of stagnant pools connected by narrow strips of muddy earth. The water is covered with sickly gray film that reminds you uncomfortably of the crystalline growths on Ketu's skin. The air here is thick with the stench of rot mixed with something sharp and medicinal, like herbs left too long in the sun. Each breath feels like inhaling a handful of copper coins.
I would like to take some samples of, the crystalline stuff, and I would like to collect some things as we traverse this area.
Okay. You can scoop some of it up. It is like on top of the like sort of fetid water, and you just get a little bit of the water in the vial along with the sickly gray film.
Okay. What about some of the plants? Can I collect some plants too?
You could say file of gray film. Oh, I'm glad you asked about that. As part of this, since you're said that you're focusing on that a little bit today, I want you to roll a D50 or a D100 and then divide it by 2.
Okay. I'm not
let's
good
see.
with numbers.
50.
Hold on.
You can do a D50 though, since we're using this roll-on thing, so you just do one D50.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because I got a 4 from
It would have
the.
been a 2.
Oh,
So
so that was a 2.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Now I need you to roll a survival check.
Okay. Scared, Will. So that would make it just a straight 14 with my exhaustion.
Beautiful. That's exactly what you needed.
Ooh. Oh my god.
You harvest some pale, translucent mushrooms that, when you found them, were growing in a perfect little circle. They're almost see-through, and they seem to shimmer between solid and ethereal.
Okay.
Yeah, you can roll a nature check to identify them, or let's say arcane.
Okay. One or the other? Or...
Yeah, one or the other. You might want to beg
Okay.
more to try to identify them for you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I've got proficiency in Arcana and Nature, so either way, it would be a 13 with, well, let me see. Yeah, what mine is. So a 12.
A 12. Okay. Yeah, you can't quite remember what these are.
Okay. And I'm gonna take them over to Moore and
You
just
can
kind of
just
have them.
to make a note of this, you can say mushrooms and then in parentheses put the number 2 so that I can identify what it is later. I have a list of harvestables and like
Mhm.
what they can do and what they look like and everything. So I can get to this later whenever you get somebody to successfully identify them.
Okay, well then I'm gonna have them scooped in my hands and just like hold them out to Moore and just not say anything. I'm just gonna show her. I'm just gonna be like looking at it like, do you know what this is? Give
Oh,
it her a look.
oh, she did. All right, so for either of
Oh.
those, I know you're trained in both. These are called ghost cap mushrooms. More, they can be used for invisibility potions or ghost touch oil.
Okay. So I would tell Renai, like, invisibility potion.
Hey. He's just gonna be like,
That's
"Ooh."
I would just say that. I wouldn't say what they are. I would
Okay.
just tell her that.
You still don't know what they're called, but she tells you they're for invisibility potions. Gotcha.
Okay, his little green eye is gonna just twinkle with intrigue.
And
No.
you are going to find, let's see here, 3 of those.
Okay. All right. Got that in my handy dandy little vial now.
Okay, back to the situation at hand with the pools. It is sickening here. There's that smell of copper coins and stuff in the air. I need everyone to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Agnabbit.
Boy, it smells like a party over here.
Oh no!
Got a 6.
Oh my
God.
god!
I got an 18. What is going on with everybody else?
I got 9.
Oh my god.
One. Oh, that's rough.
Well, Rue got a good one.
Well, he kind of deserved it after getting beat up for 2 days.
What did you roll, Sal?
I got a 13.
Okay, let's start from the top and go to the bottom. I'm doing this kind of for posterity in the recording, since the recording doesn't have our rolls in Discord. So I could see what they are, but let's say what they are. Eos. More.
9.
Root.
18.
Rune. Okay, you cut out.
6.
And Sal got 9.
No, 13.
Oh, 13. Okay. Okay, Sal, Root, you guys are fine. Everyone else, level of exhaustion.
Another. Oh no.
And you get exhaustion, and you get exhaustion, and you get exhaustion.
No.
The fumes claw at your throat and lungs. Your vision swimming. You can hardly see anything like directly in front of you. It is a sickening smell. And from that, a bone-deep fatigue settles into your limbs. Every step becomes an effort, and you find yourself having to pause and steady yourself against trees and rocks and other things just to steady yourself before moving forward.
Dang,
Lovely.
my first level of exhaustion.
And it's
Place
from the.
nasty.
Wait a minute. You got poison resilience though, Mora, right?
Yeah.
I think
Does she have advantage on that then?
yeah, she might. Well, it's not the poison condition technically. This is something else.
I thought she had poison immunity.
We
Is
were
what it-
wrong.
No, y'all
We
were
were
wrong.
wrong
Y'all were wrong about a
again.
lot of stuff.
Wrong again.
I had to fix the character sheet. Thanks for trying though.
Yeah.
Let's see. Now I know you got something from the pools earlier. Do you guys want to examine or investigate anything in the area as you're passing
Yeah.
through it?
Always.
Okay.
Wait, so do I have a level of exhaustion or not?
You've got a level of exhaustion. I was playing with the idea of giving you guys advantage on the roll, but since it's not technically the poison condition, it's just exhaustion from having to breathe fumes.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's get the area. How do you guys examine the area? So it's sort of like a marshy jungle land here. There are like thin pathways, shallows of loam and muddy like causeways for you to walk between the different pools of water that have the pale film on them. But you know, there's only so much that you can glean just from looking at the pools. If you want to like get in the pools or see what's at the bottom of them, like tread through them, then that's going to be like different things you can learn from that. So just kind of explain what you guys would like to do.
Are they like puddly or are they like actual pools?
They look like actual pools in a lot of cases, maybe some several feet deep. And then there are other ones that are shallower and more, you know,
Okay.
puddle like.
Is there any obvious life, like any frogs or bugs in the water, or does it seem like there's just
as you guys tread through this area, there's a lot of strange life here. There are dragonflies that seem to be buzzing around the area everywhere, ones that are like the length of your forearm. There are poisonous tree frogs that you've noticed on the different leaves and surrounding trees. You guys know not to touch or eat, but you're just leaving, you know, to their own devices. They're not necessarily that dangerous as long as you leave them alone. And there's stuff that you would normally perceive in a jungle like this. As far as like obvious signs of spiders, webbing and whatnot, you haven't seen much of in the area.
since you said that, I am kind of curious about the pools themselves, but I
Okay,
don't know. It also sounds nasty to swim in too, though.
right. Well, do you want to like disturb the water, look beneath it?
Yeah, I could
Okay.
do that and see if there's any movement or if I can see through the muck at all. You know,
so
he might take like his tail dagger and kind of swish around.
perhaps in the same pool that you pulled the film from, you swipe your paw through it, and you find floating just beneath the gray film some corpses of spiders, dozens of little ones ranging from palm size to as large as hunting dogs like the ones you had fought earlier. It's quite a
What the
few in the
fuck?
water around here. They drift listlessly, their legs curled inward in death. Roll a perception
Okay.
check.
That's very strange. Okay. So where's that? So that would be so that would be a 6.
Okay. That's all you get from that.
Okay.
You also get another level of exhaustion.
Oh, don't say that.
Okay. Does anybody else want to check out the water? Anybody want to investigate the area, perhaps? More?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Let's get an investigation check.
Yeah, I just want to see if there's any solid land to walk on.
No, that's
Any-
wrong.
Any
Don't
kind
do
of path.
That's
that.
wrong.
That's actually 12.
Your investigation's pretty high because it's +6, right? Yeah. Okay. And then you got the -1.
Okay.
So that's 15, isn't it? Oh wait, no. Okay, I see. Okay, yeah, 12.
Yeah.
You also notice stuff beneath the water, the spiders. You pull away mud and rotting vegetation beneath the water to reveal channels carved into the bedrock here. Precise, deliberate waterways directing the flow in specific directions. The swamp is not a natural formation. Someone engineered it, turning this section of jungle into a breeding ground for disease.
I think off to the side of another pool off to itself, Sal is just standing in front of one, and somebody may just hear a light tinkle. Water pools.
You're so stupid.
He always looks behind and he's like, oh,
What? It's hot. I've been drinking a lot of water.
Oh, gross. You couldn't find a private place?
It's water. You're not gonna drink
But
it.
we're right here.
I'm over here. You over there.
You're nasty.
Mind your business. Go behind the tree.
Business when you're doing that right there in front of everybody.
Anybody else
I was
want to
at a
examine the
different-
area?
Just looking around for a more solid footing,
Okay.
like in any kind of path that makes sense to get through the marsh.
Are there any snakes around?
Do you want me to roll like an investigation for that?
I would like a perception check from you, Root.
6.
Okay. You're not noticing more than what everybody else is here. As far as like a clear pathway through here, all you can do is just go forward, hopefully in the same direction as you've been traveling to just try to get through this area.
Then I'll put my first foot forward.
Okay.
See how far it sinks.
Yeah, you go straight through the water. It feels like that exhaustion that everybody got from this air around here is the main, like, most obvious byproduct of this engineered, like, natural defense here. But exhaustion is in itself kind of dangerous to have. But you find yourself exiting the fetid pools here after a few hours.
Because Moore had asked if there was any snakes around. Did she see any
snakes. Here, let's roll for it. I'm gonna say there is like a 50% chance there will be snakes around here as you guys go through the pools. You do find a python in a tree. About 20 minutes into walking through these pools, you would be able to use your animal friendship ability to talk with the snake or deal with the snake. Hold on, let me read this real quick. Animal friendship. I'm gonna say you see the python. If you wanted to use your ability to talk with it, is it talk with it? Oh no,
Yeah.
to charm it. It's to charm it.
Charm it.
Yes. It says animal friendship is used to charm the animal. Let me double check what it says specifically in the 1T race. And you can, at 3rd level, you can cast suggestion to make the snakes do something. But technically, you cannot talk to the snake, unfortunately.
Ooh, okay.
But you could charm it and get it to talk to your ally Eos, which you've seen use speak with animals on multiple occasions, and she could talk with it.
No.
I mean,
keep
your
walking.
charisma is really low anyway, so you might want to let somebody else do the talking. But
Yeah,
you don't
no.
want to do that? Okay. Eos, I'm gonna say you see a strange look from Moore as she looks up at a large, like 20-foot python in a tree as you guys walk by it.
Big. Wow.
You could try to talk to it on your own if you wanted to. Or not. That's fine.
No, I'm talking to Paul. Hold on. All right, now we're just gonna keep walking.
Alrighty. Let's see here. After exiting the fetid pools, it goes back to much like the Edo jungle has been so far, just dense, thick with hot life. You hear the sounds of creatures off in the distance. It is monotonous, having been traveling through the jungle for 3 days now, maybe 4. But it's almost like all at once the jungle has gone quiet. Not the peaceful quiet of a forest at rest. Hold on, I'm gonna wait for my kid to stop screaming before I continue.
Screaming of people are heard in the wilds of this jungle.
Not
As more
okay,
torturing
okay.
occurs.
Not the peaceful quiet of a forest at rest, but the tense silence of prey animals hiding from a predator. The usual calls of birds and insects have ceased. The hairs on the back of your neck stand up, and you have the unmistakable sensation of being watched.
Something feels weird.
Eos, your passive perception's 15.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a 16.
You've got 16. What did I have
I
for
got
more?
14.
You got 14. Okay. The other ones are 11. Okay. So the 3 of you, Eos, Moore, Sal, there, movement in the dense foliage on your left, roughly 60 feet away. And also to your right and behind you, multiple figures, short and compact, moving through the undergrowth with practiced precision. They're keeping pace with you, matching your speed exactly, maintaining their distance like wolves tracking through the undergrowth and with practiced precision.
I'm gonna reach up and put my hand on Root and stop him. Hey, we got travelers around us.
You catch glimpses of them between the leaves. They're roughly dwarf-sized, moving in coordinated patterns that speak of military training.
I'll hold my
Eos is kind of looking around very nervously, like we're not alone. We're really not alone.
Moral poke Runai and just point to it.
Okay. Yeah, so you notice it as well. I'm pretty sure everybody else looking at them alerts Root to something going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my shield and sword ready.
As soon as you start to pull your shield out and you poke Rune and you guys are saying, we're not alone, and you look around, they vanish. Not retreating, vanishing, as if they were never there. Jungle closes around the spaces where they stood, leaving only silence and the gentle sway of disturbed branches.
Hey, monkeys? Maybe they were monkeys. Maybe it's nothing. Right? Shirley?
One way to find out, yes? I'm gonna call out just real quick. Hey, we surrender! Reaction. Yeah,
There's
see that?
nothing.
There's nothing.
There's nothing. There's no response. It's just silence.
Oh.
After a few moments of this, you hear some small vermin in the nearby brush run out and run across like it had been waiting in a hole. A sound you never would have noticed if there wasn't utter silence before it.
Oh, okay. I'm going to use my brethren of the swarm then to talk to my boy.
Okay.
See what he can gleam to me.
You find a jungle rat who was hiding from all of the big people running through.
Mhm.
I want you to give me a persuasion check. Just regular. I just want an 8 to get any kind of conversation. What's your bonus for
Okay.
charisma?
It is a +2, but I've minus is 2 because I got 2
It's
exhaustion.
still 7.
It's still
It's-
7. All right, I'll say you
dang
can have a very hurried conversation with him. He's very scared, but you do make a psychological connection, and he slows his running down, but he does not stop to talk for long. Psychically, so without real words, you impart some meanings back and forth. What is the meaning that you impart to the jungle rat?
I guess that we are also since he's scared and like a little prey. Oh, he's cute. Look at that little guy. Just that we are not like them and that we don't know what they are, and we would like some of his knowledge, I guess, of if these are dangerous people that hurt people, or I don't know, just that I am friend and not a part of them that would hurt him. And
That's a lot to get
like
across. He
yeah,
might not be capable of
I guess
understanding all that
feeling.
right off the bat, but he stops just long enough. And you visualize the words, the builders from the heart of the jungle. They've been around here long. Seek you. He runs away.
Builders. So they didn't ambush us or come after us, because if it is the Unforgiving, the whole reason the Wari didn't come in here was because they're hunted by them. And
Right.
maybe they were just watching us and realized we're not them, and is why they left, and they're maybe just observing us.
Right. That's an idea. Would you say?
Oh no.
Okay. You wanna tell the rest of the party that? What does Rune say to the party?
Okay. My dear little friend has imparted to us that they are the builders and they seek us. He did not give me much more information in his moment of fear and retreat, but that is what I gleaned from him. The builders.
So maybe they're the ones that built those rickety old bridges.
It could be, but if they have an habitation of themselves somewhere here, then they would be building, of course, in the jungle and taking over the natural environment. So it could be the bridges or it could be more. They may have an encampment or civilization around here somewhere, but I'm sure that we are imparting on their lands.
But didn't your little friend say that they were seeking us?
He did, and they did not attack us like they did the Wari, as we saw our friend with the pail. They did not come after us.
Maybe they need help too.
Can I get
There is-
a investigation check from you guys, or just looking around the area around you?
Sorry.
I just want one from anybody who's got investigation as a trained skill.
Okay.
Weirdly enough, I have investigation trained skill, but it's only a +3, so I guess I will.
Okay, so you do, and Moore does as well. So can you roll as well, Moore?
It is a 9.
And a 14 for me.
I rolled a 16.
Is that okay? Is the 16 with your -1?
No, it'd be a 15.
15. And then Sal, you were good, so yeah, you did good. You find the place where there were people standing nearby before they shuffled around the party and kept pace with you and disappeared. Multiple boot prints. You can see at least 4 distinct individuals, all dwarfed sized. Their impressions are deep, and they suggest that in some capacity where you guys stopped, there were some of them standing there for a while. In the dirt, you find drag marks where they were communicating with hand signals, coordinating their movements. And you find something buried in the leaves nearby that makes your breath catch. It is a blade of polished obsidian, perhaps 6 inches long, and its edge razor sharp. The handle is wrapped in leather strips using a distinctive pattern. Whoa, there's a train. There's-
Choo-choo.
Choo-choo.
There's a train in the
Yeah.
jungle.
You've seen something similar before in books about dwarven military traditions, a specific weaving technique used by their elite scouts. But there is something else, a geometric pattern etched into the obsidian itself.
Who would have found it?
You found it.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm probably familiar with obsidian from a failed merchant background, right?
Yeah, you're familiar with obsidian.
Okay. And I see the etchings. I'm gonna go to the two magical people that are in our group that I know of,
Yeah.
and kind of hand the dagger out and say, "Oh, magical etchings. Anybody want to have fun with this? Not to my nature."
Okay. So you want us to roll an arcana?
For history.
It's immediately apparent that these things are Tandrine and runes, much like the ones that were in the bridge earlier. You're not capable of reading them, but you know enough to recognize them.
Any chance they do anything special?
She shrugs.
The item's not magical in itself.
Just magical, or just obsidian then. Anybody need a obsidian dagger?
I'll take it.
Flips it in the air, hands it over.
Maybe a little silver lining on the edge of this rain cloud here. He gave you
Yeah.
an obsidian blade. Pretty dope.
She's gonna stab me in the middle of the night with that, isn't she?
Sleep with one eye open.
I'm going to be sacrificed.
Okay. With that, soon enough the lights begin to dim once more, and another another night in the jungle lies ahead of you. Let's go ahead and get a survival check from Root with advantage.
Nat 20 again.
My
What?
God, man, you're making this camping thing. All right, so you find yet another place that exhaustion levels can be lost. Absolutely beautiful. Love it.
I'll be useless otherwise. Okay.
Say what?
I'll be useless otherwise. It's okay.
I don't think so. No, you've been leading everybody very well through the jungle thus far. I'm going to want a Constitution saving throw with advantage from everybody. And we'll just start with Eos. Yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting for everybody to finish.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 16 both times.
Beautiful. You lose 1 level of exhaustion and get a good night's sleep. More.
15.
You lose a level of exhaustion, get a good night's sleep. Root.
15.
Same. If you have an exhaustion, you lose 1 level and good night's sleep. Runai.
6.
Oh my god.
6.
9.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have 2 levels of exhaustion.
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna say you lose a level of exhaustion here, but you're still at 1 level.
What? Okay. Well, shit, I thought I was about to hit 3. So that's good news to me.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
gonna
take it.
leave it. That's mainly because Root is just finding very, very good places where you're gonna get at least an opportunity
Thank
to
you,
lay carefully.
Root.
And Sal. What do you get? What do you get?
Oh no.
That was a 16 and a 3.
Yeah, so it's with
So-
advantage. So yeah, you got it. You got it
Oh,
good.
I didn't do advantage. I only did 1 roll.
All right, we'll do it with advantage.
Oh, the 6 was still better.
Yeah, 3 on the second roll. Okay. Sal, you
I'm
lose a
gonna
level of exhaustion if you have one, and you get a good night's sleep.
Ugh,
I didn't. Yeah, I was good.
I'm gonna start rolling like Sal does because I don't like this. They don't like me.
Yeah, I've been doing better since I started rolling physically.
Man,
I'm gonna say before you guys get the sleep here that we've already went ahead and rolled for. Root, do you want to tell your story before we part in this game?
Sure. Can read that
Okay.
short tidbit I have.
You guys kind of communally like eat. Maybe start a small fire for warmth when it starts getting chilly. Yeah, Root, are you going to tell this story to them, or is this just something that Root thinks of as he eats for the night?
It's kind of just his own inner thought flashback,
Okay,
essentially.
then we'll do that. As you like. Like I said, you can direct it as you wish. On you.
Let's read it. The jungle was loud that morning, which meant something had changed. Root stood at the edge of the trail, one massive hand resting against the bark of a leaning tree, eyes half lidded as he listened. Birds were calling too high, insects had shifted deeper into the brush. The air carried the smell of damp stone instead of leaf rot. Something had moved through here recently, and not the kind that passed without leaving an argument behind. He adjusted the strap of his shield across his back and stepped off the trail. To outsiders, Root looked like a walking hill. Broad shoulders, long limbs, skin the color of withered bark, hair pulled back in a loose tie that never quite stayed neat. Moss sometimes clung to his cloak without him noticing. His armor was practical, scarred, and clean in the places that mattered. No bright polish, no ornamentation beyond a single carved token hanging at his throat, a knot of wood shaped like a flame that bent sideways in the wind. He moved carefully, not quietly. Quiet was for hunters, but respectfully, the way one does in another creature's home. A child sat ahead, cross-legged on a fallen log, swinging her feet and humming off key. Root stopped. He cleared his throat once, not loud, just enough. The girl froze, then slowly turned. Edo, maybe 8 or 9 seasons. Face smudged with charcoal and leaf ash, eyes wide but not afraid. You're off path, Root said. She tilted her head. So are you. He considered that. Yes. She looked behind him, then back into the brush. The runners said not to go past the red stones. Root nodded. They were correct. She kicked at the dirt. But I dropped my snare. He crouched so his eyes were level with hers. The ground creaked under his weight. The jungle takes what falls into it, he said. That is not punishment. That is how it stays alive. She frowned. But it was mine. Yes, Root agreed. And now it belongs to something else. Silence stretched. A bird screamed far off, then cut short. The girl swallowed. Will you walk me back? He held out a hand that could have wrapped around her shoulder twice over. She took 2 fingers instead. Sensible. They walked together until the jungle grew noisy again, and the smell of smoke drifted from the village. Before she left, she looked up at him and said, They say you used to walk with the gold takers. Root did not answer immediately. They are not wrong, he said finally. Did they all die? Yes. She considered that. Then very seriously she said, Then I'm glad you walk with us now. She ran off before he could reply. Root stayed where he was for a moment longer, then turned back toward the trail that led not to Fairstrand, but to the deeper crossings where scholars and messengers sometimes needed passage. He did not hurry. That is it. The rest will be for another time.
There's more to that story.
There
We'll
is
get
more
to it
that
later.
story.
Yeah, perfect. I love that. That little peek into different characters' pasts will do well to like flesh them out, make them feel real. Maybe in the future we will be exploring more people's vignettes and histories and stuff, and these short little blurbs to try to spice up our sessions. We've been playing for almost 2 hours now. is anybody needing to go eat or deal with something, or can we play for a little
Well-
longer? It's up to you guys.
Probably play for a little bit longer, but tonight I'm cooking some smoked salmon and potato salad and probably some dinner rolls or something like that. So I gotta go cook here soon.
Paul has to wake up early tomorrow, so probably.
Yeah, I'm going in at midnight tomorrow, or
Oh, lovely.
tonight. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'm training on
Probably a good
something.
place to call it then.
All right, we'll
Yeah,
call
he
it for
needs to
now.
get some rest.
Okay, I figured as
Don't get a
much.
level of exhaustion.
Well, I hope you guys have fun. I have fun. I'll try to kill you guys more next time.
Yeah,
Question.
when are we
Oh,
when are we playing next? We're gonna aim for Saturday or Sunday again.
Yeah, we're Saturday, Sunday players now, so we're gonna
Okay.
try again for next
Oh.
Saturday.
Will, I do have something I need to tell you.
Okay,
So,
can it be
I-
private or?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, but it could potentially involve the party. I
Okay.
talked to Kat last night, and I was on FaceTime with Kat, and she was saying that she could potentially play on the weekends with us, but we would have to start at noon, but she could play from noon to 2.
Yeah, I don't know. We've already got our party at this point.
Yeah, I thought, and
And
she
if we
said
were
she
gonna play
didn't
with
have
Kat, I would like to do our campaign we have with Kat.
yes, and that's what I was telling her, that we had started this because she couldn't play, and
Yeah. I mean, we could talk
she was
about
like,
it.
"Oh,
We could talk about it
yeah,"
in the
'cause
future.
she was like, "Oh my god, yeah, I've got so many ideas for other characters," but she was like, I am working the weekends, so she said, I don't know, but she did
I'd
express
also like-
interest in it.
I'd like to not have to be so limited to only have 2 hours to play, and
Yeah,
she said she's got
that's
to go
true.
in at 2. That means that she's not gonna be able to play for a full 2 hours. I don't think it's gonna be a good idea, to be honest.
Mhm.
But maybe we can
Yeah.
figure something out at some point. Love you
Yeah.
guys. That was fun. I appreciate
Love y'all
you.
too.
yeah.
All right.
If more in EOS, you guys want to start working on your vignettes, that would work too. Just something important, like thing that brings out your character's personality, or maybe an important part of their past. Just something that's like a glimpse behind the veil for your characters.
Yeah. And I'm working on mine, but it was just a really busy week, so
I got it. That's fine. Okay, I'm stopping the recording. Bye, you guys. Appreciate you.
Bye.
bye.